Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 25 with me, MrSealyp. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Tuesday the 15th of April. We've got 27 updates, 41 plus new mods and 2 maps. This is probably going to be a two-parter again. I know I keep apologising, people tell me to stop apologising, but I feel bad. Anyway, that's the way it's going to be. The updates then, the map Palenye by MA7 Studio. It doesn't say if it needs a new save game or not, quite an extensive changelog. The map Four Fields by Omatana does say it needs a new save game. 4 things to take place. The Macdon FD2 pack and Demco trailer pack by Hispano. The Zator 3011 Major by Wisnia Games 239. The Rolmeco U4364M 4.5M pack by JMZ. The Rolmeco U671 HP standard by JMZ. The Landstahl machines pack by JMZ and Landstahl. We have got the Schwarzmuller Tandem by EJBModding, the Lizard HL tank by Holtz FS, Lizard RDMR 300 by Holtz FS, the PLN Plows pack by FarmCat, the Selectable Bale Capacity pack by GH66 Mods. A lot of people were saying since update 1.7 that wasn't working, they had it installed, it wasn't showing. Apparently part of the update is that's now been fixed. The Seeds add-on by DD Mod Passion, the Round Balers Plus and the Square Balers Plus, both by BB Mods. We have got the Milk Tank Extension by Missy B, the BGA FD by Antics. We've got the Salvage Horse Pack by Razak, the Small Wood Distributor by Alex Star Rider, the Farm Fence Pack by Holtz FS, More Flowers by Piercy, the Greenhouse Wood by Nazar B A2. We have got the Big White Farmhouse by Dudik112, the Metal Storage with Workshop by Ikas and Patty, the Woodchip Sawmill by Piercy, the Rudolph Herman Equestrian Pack by Missy B, the Field Storage by Missy B. Whew. Yeah, right, let's crack on. If we go into our build mode, go across to our farmhouses and down. I'm going to start with this, just here, up on the hillside. So, this is the Luxury House. This by Dudik112, 5.94 megabytes download, 18 slots and 85,000 to buy. Can't go inside the building, but we do have wardrobe trigger at the back of the building, and if we rotate it around, did I say wardrobe at the back, sleep at the front? Yes. And that's how it comes. No customization option. The Luxury House. The farmhouse that was in the Modhub has disappeared. Don't know where that's gone, but that was removed. We have got the coal mine by Weasel. This is 0.08 megabytes download. It's under factories, 17 slots, 45,000 to purchase. Now, this has got a required mod, which is the additional fill types. The additional fill types came out with another limestone one, and I can't find the limestone one. That seems to have vanished. But anyway, that being said, you place this, and like the iron ore mine and those kind of things, this will just constantly chug out coal. It's a coal mine. But the additional fill types, that is the required mod that comes with this, had an update a few days ago. Part of that update was it's added in a sell point for the additional fill types and a bulk buy point for the additional fill types. So if you want to use this for storytelling, gameplay purposes, stuff like that, it's actually quite a handy tool. I really like it. If we click on this and go backwards, I'm not going to go for everything, but there we go. We've got the gravel, we've got topsoil, we've got... where are we? Construction gravel, crushed stone, pot soil, charcoal, compost, soil, sand, tumbled stone, coal. There's a whole load of stuff. Dirt, iron ore, organic waste. All these different things you can get from here. So if you wanted to run a storyline, if you wanted to dig a hole, like use the landscaping tool and then fill it with stuff, you can then use all the construction equipment, all the diggers and the dump trucks. And when people say, oh, why haven't we got a mining mod? I mean, I suppose technically you could get away with it like this. Yeah, I mean, yeah, construction gravel, we're getting it coming out. So there you go. So that's the coal mine. And at the moment, we've got, it says to be used for your productions. We don't have any other productions that require any of these things yet. But if you want to have coal for any particular reason, you might have a train on the map and you might be doing, I don't know, again, whatever reason, it's there, it's a coal mine, that's what it does. Next, this pack is bonkers. This is why I always put plus. So it's 40 plus mods today. This is the wooden farmhouses, 47.01 megabyte download by Agrogaatti. We've got 5 farmhouses. So if we carry on from here, we've got small wooden house, 15 grand, 125 grand, 140 grand, 150 grand, 175 grand. Is it 5 or 6? That's a different pack, sorry. That one there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. again, I haven't put all of these out. I've put something out, but you'll see on these, I'm not going to go through all of them, but they have options for customize. So you've got roof setup, black, red, and back, and then you've got a color option which changes the color of the building itself. Let's go white, for example. There you go. If we come to these ones up here, the customization on this one is quite interesting. So you've got design 3. It's about the porch. There's design 1, there's design 2, there's design 3. So you've got a few different options, and then color option on that as well. So there are 5 under farmhouses. If we come out of farmhouses and we go to, I think it was decoration and others, if I recall. Decoration and others, and we come down to here, we've got 2 garages, and again we've got some customization options. It's changes to the lights. I mean, it's I say a minor thing. Design 1, design 2, design 3 changes the light fitting and placement of the lights for that garage, and then we've got another garage just there, and then under just decoration we've got a whole ton of stuff, starting where this one ends here. So we've got black bins, brown bins, green bins, and then we've got these, which are your bin holders. So if you place, say, for example, that one, so design 1, design 2, design 3, and design 4. So it's just down to what the roof is made of. And it's the front doors and that open. You can put anything in that you like, but it's a bin caddy, basically, for all those bins. And there are quite a few to choose from, of various different colours and options. So what I did was just place this one without the roof, and then the bin you can place inside of it. The bin doesn't open. We can open and close the doors. Again, decorative items, farmhouses, garages, and that. So there we go. That's the wooden farmhouses. We got the wooden storage building kit and the Materialbunker building kit, both by HR Forst and Fahrzeugbau. 0.25 megabytes download for the Woodstorage, and then we've got 1.09 megabytes download for the Materialbunker building kit. Sorry, words. 2 slots for all of the items, and you got these are all in component parts. So you've got your side posts here, which you can just put on the floor, and you can pile your logs up between them if you want to. And then you've got these rails. Now, if you put the rails this way, you can bring a vehicle in this direction, and you can put any width apart you want. So whatever your vehicle you're using, with forks, log grab, and it just enables you to get the log grab underneath these to grab a pile of logs that are between them. Or if you do it this way around, for example, with the supports that way, you can still pile your logs up. I mean, there's all different ways around you can go about it doing it. It's entirely up to you. I mean, you could just do it on the rails, and I could have the supports that way around, facing that way if I wanted to. So if we go into here now, these were this is the first thing, isn't it, to come under constructables other than the base game constructables. So just down here we've got our supports. So like I say, this one here, if we put them that way around, you could pile your logs up between, and I could put multiple of those. So if I go into demolish now and take that out there, and take that out there, and on console it's always a little bit trickier. It's trying to get things to line up. But if I line that up sort of, I mean, they don't have to be right next to each other as long as the logs don't fall down the gap. If I press triangle to turn that off, there we go, and place that there, and I can have the width of it as wide as I want, really. And then put the supports in that way round instead. Again, lining up's not, as good as you can get it, kind of thing. There you go, like that, and now like that. Whoosh. So you can pile your logs up between that, and if I did the same the other side, and then you can bring your vehicle in. If you've got a bigger wheel loader or crane or whatever it might be, you can bring your stuff in and get your logs and your forks and stuff underneath it that way around. Very cool. So it gives you a lot of scope for fiddling around with that. Now, in the same category as you saw, now this is all built of like Lego bricks. This does not come like this. I built it like this. So it's a materials bunker. Put anything you want in. I mean, if you wanted to, I guess you could build the sides up, and you could cut some trees down and put a log roof on it if you wanted to. Have a fiddle around. Why not? The stuff doesn't bleed through. I put a manure in. No bleeding through the back of that one. I put wood chip in this one. Again, no bleeding through the walls, which is pretty cool. And you can see all the various individual bricks, so you can kind of overlay it like real brickwork. Ramps here, there's some images on the website that show a platform with a conveyor belt on top of the platform. So one conveyor belt going up to it, and the platform made with this, with ramps, And then the conveyor belt leaning over, so like making it into like a silage clamp, but obviously it's not able to compact words. Build mode, and as I say, you'll see them all here. And as far as construction goes, it's easier if you've got if I do that, if you've got this on, so it does it in increments, so then you can line things up absolutely spot on. I use the larger ones there, but you've got that height. We've then got, where are we? Double height, which you haven't got the top bits on. Those are these ones here. So if you want to do 2 layers kind of in one go, you can. And then we got these ones, which are the triple height. Is it triple or quad? Yeah, might be 4, isn't it? So you can and just fiddle around with it. Have a play about, build whatever you want. Build a house, do anything. And then when we come to there, if I go demolish, you can take off any of the sections that you decide you don't want, or you might have placed incorrectly. Again, save your game first. That way you can see all the various different elements I put in here to build it. And to fill the gaps, there's small sections, there's triples, there's singles. And when I say triples, that's by the amount of studs, like Lego bricks. So there you go. That's the Materialbunker building kit and the Woodstorage building kit by HR, Forst and Fahrzeugbau. Next to that here, we've got the Long Workshop by Pazor and Markitoth 870. 23.14 megabytes download, 32 slots, 40,000 to buy. You'll find this under build mode and tools. That's where you'll get it. There's no customization options, and this is a repair only building. That side door doesn't open there. We've got this large area in here. Now, I couldn't find the light switch. Again, I know I always say it. That's not to say there isn't one. I just didn't come across one when I was looking. All the doors open. Plenty of access. We've got our trigger point just here, but our actual, and this outside as well. So click on here, there's your workshop option, and down the bottom it just says repair, not repair, and repaint. So that is the Long Workshop by Pazor and Markitoth 870. Next we got the old garage and barn. Now there are 2 buildings. I just put the barn out. I made a mistake. 6.44 megabytes download by LS Rowan Designs. The shed is under build modes and sheds, and it is 10 slots, 35,000 to buy. But also, if we come into our build mode, so you'll find that under sheds. If we come down to our animals and under cows, we've also got, so if we look here, 435 grand. It's the same building, see there? Same building, but this has got a cow pasture on it. This did have a customization option as well. So we can extend the pen for the cows on this too. This was 20 slots. It's saying 20 slots there. Yep, 20 slots. 135,000, 16 plus cows. It's 16 in its base configuration, but you can extend the fence out on that. Again, no customization option for colour or anything like that. And on most of the buildings now, I mean, sometimes I'll go in and sort of show people, like when I do the mod reviews and map tours and stuff, where the triggers are. I only tend to do that if the triggers aren't obvious. You can see where the dialogue box, you can see where the slurry point is. Inside the building, it's clear when you go in where the various different triggers are for feed and bedding and stuff like that. Nice and straightforward. That is the old garage and barn by LS Rowan Design. Now, I don't know, I'm trying to think, there were so many, I don't think I put them all out. If any, I think that might be something else. Yeah, that's something else. So next we've got the Wooden Buildings Pack by BarT, 34.26 megabytes download. We have got under sheds, because I didn't put them out, so I'll show you them in here. And there's the shed from the previous one, 35 grand, there you go. Wooden barn and building set. So there's your wooden barn, no customization options. Nicely made and detailed, lovely old barn, nice bit of weathering and stuff on them as well, like that. So that's the shed. Under farmhouses, this was the one I mixed up with on the ones earlier on. That is just there. Same style of building. 14 slots, 15 grand, sleep and wardrobe trigger just on the outside there. We come out of there, and we've also got under animals and under chickens. We've got chicken coop, again, same style, just there. Feed point, dialogue box. I'm making assumptions saying the doors and stuff open for the barn doors. It would make sense that they do. Not drive through by the look of it, just open at the front. But again, really nicely weathered on the roof and the building itself. So those 3 buildings in the wooden buildings pack. Next, we come out of there, and also under here, we've got... it's under chickens. It's under cows. We have got this one just here. This is the medium cow barn with feeding robot. This is by EJBModding. It is 6.12 megabytes download, 18 slots, 300,000 to buy, and it will hold 50 base configuration. So if we do that, you've got the feeding robot side of it here for putting in. In that configuration, it will hold 50, but this also gives the option to customize, extend the pasture out to as big as you want, and also for the meadow grass in there if you want to. I've got to stop placing these things because it's causing me a nightmare on my test map. Those are the customization options on it. And again, trigger points and stuff on it, fairly straightforward. All your various different feed types go in there, then the robot runs, and then your mineral feed goes in at the side point just there where it's showing you the mineral feed. Side point this end. I mean, it's the same as pretty much the same as the base game one, just slightly different design, I guess. There you go. Next, we have got the Cowshed. Now, I did put one of these out. I put one of these out by accident. I wanted to have a look at it, but I have to say, recently, they're up there. This is the Cowshed by Radix Games. 7.55 megabytes download, 54 on the slots, 25,015. It will hold 15 animals. That's this one here. The Radix stuff, I'm not going to lie, I think it's so highly detailed. And there's a whole ton of stuff by Radix. If you wanted to build yourself a little farm area, all very similar style with this similar amount of detail on them, I mean, it would look absolutely cracking, a little farmyard. Anyway, not taken away from any of the other mods, I just particularly like these. So there we go. It will hold 15. Drive through for the feed point just here, and bedding trigger. We've got the dialogue box here. This does open. Manure point round the side there. Milk point round the back here. That one I assume does open as well, didn't try it. And then we've got a little hayloft as well, but this is more going to be... I don't think there's actually a separate door for this upstairs. Never mind that overhang. You don't fall off. This door does open. Come into here. Oh yeah, it doesn't. That does open. So if you want to do hay bales and or straw bales or anything you like for bedding, you can put the small bales, if you've got a small baler, throw them all up here, or liftable bale pack, as long as you can get them through the door, store them all up here, and every now and again, chuck one through the gap down to the bottom. Smaller bales would make more sense, I guess. That's the Cowshed by Radix Games. Next, we've got this. Now, this appeared on... I did a map tour the other day on Waseka. I think Big Daddy messaged me and said Waseka. I think he said is how it's pronounced. I said Waseka, but I think he said Waseka. So, this is the... Hog Confinement by Schultz modding. 13.55 megabytes download, 21 slots, 82,000 to buy. Will hold 1,200 pigs. Customization option, as you can see, is the colour around the side of it if you want to go for that. So build mode, animals, pigs. Hog Confinement is just there. And so if we go to place it, customization option, pick your poison, boom. There you go. So, like I say, 1,200 animals. Your dialogue box is here at the front. I know it's up high, but it's there. To add a bit of, you know, if you want to go for a bit more kind of realism. Side bit there is for the bedding. You're going to need to put a manure heap in if you want to get manure from them. This door opens and closes. I just had it open at the moment. This door opens and closes, and this is what it looks like on the inside. However, we do have a couple of triggers. If you watch the map tour, you'll know this already. We can hide the fence, which puts all the fence away, so you can have it as a more open plan. And this one here is reset fans. So you can have the fans on or off. I can't remember if I put them on or not. Are they turning? No, they're not. So if you want to add a bit more immersion, and same with this, when you're putting the animals in, you can open this door as well to allow the animals to walk through. I still think at this point in the game, how cool it would be if when you're putting animals into animal pens, you actually had an animation out the back of a trailer. I know it's ridiculously hard to do, but I just thought that would be very cool. If I reset the fans, and you'll see we go around the back, because the feed point is a little bit trickier than the standard feed point, in that the feed point has got, you're probably going to need an auger or something like that. It says in the description on the map that it does. There's your side point just there. So here, in the middle of all this, there you go, see it just in there? That's your trigger for your feed, isn't it? It says about using an auger, so you might need an auger up above that, and there's the fans are on Why is only one? Come on. When I did this on the map tour, they were all going. Like the clappers, they're not going. That's weird. There's different settings on that. Seems strange. It worked perfectly when it was on the map. Could be an issue in the conversion over, potentially. Let me just double check that. I'm eating into my time massively, but... Turn on the fans. I did that, didn't I? Nope, still only the one going. Don't know what's happening there. Anyway, Hog Confinement by Schultz Modding. I'm not quite sure why I placed this one. This is the chicken bum. This is 3.21 megabytes download, 16 slots, 30,000 to buy. Will hold 30 animals by Dorschmeid. Customization option on this. I put R3. I need to check that because I can't remember what the customization option was. What's that on about? Customize. Oh, solar panels. There you go. On the back of that one, got solar panels on the roof. This one hasn't. So I thought, it wasn't a colour option or anything like that. I'm not quite sure again why I placed that one. Because I was just going to say there it is, and you know, all the various different doors and stuff open, but the animals are on the outside of the building. Dialogue box trigger, feed point, and where the egg pallets will spawn is all fairly clear. There you go. That's the chicken bun. Next, we've got the silage additive pack, and I think I might have actually put something out with it. Yeah, this is part of the silage additive pack. There you go, silage additive. Prepare yourself, because we had a few, and there's been some different ones, all at different prices. This is by EJBModding, 0.76 megabytes download. If we go into, not build mode, if we go into this mode, come down to our pallets. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to go into pallets because I've got to search all over the place for them. If I go into forage, harvesting, and out to consumables, there we go. So, silage additive pack. So, we've got this one here, 360 litres for 17,940. I'm sure we had one that had a large capacity that was nice and cheap. The base game one there is 2,990 for 60 litres. So, it would make sense that for 360 litres, you're going to pay more money. That's fine. That's the one that's out. And this one here is the IBC, which is 2,000 litres of silage additive for 84,000. So if you want to go a bit more bulk, if you're going to do a ton of work and you're going to need a lot of silage additive, that is the silage additive pack by EJBModding. Next, we've got the trailer attacher support, which is... Oh, I didn't put it in. Next ones I'm going to be showing you in the menu. This might have been under miscellaneous, he says. There you go. Trailer attacher support. So you've got that one with the ball on it with the attacher, and that one without, so just the trailer support. These normally put on the 3-point link on the back, generally on the smaller tractors, which takes the weight off the back hitch and rear axle in real life. So if you want one of those particularly... I was just watching an episode of Shed and Buried the other day, where they actually went and bought one of these. Not that that's relevant at all, but anyway. That's the trailer attacher support. So that was by GameMasTer. It is 0.73 megabytes download and 1 slot. Also in this section, we've got this. This is the back fork. The back fork is 0.5 megabytes download by Blodisgo, as is the next one you'll see in a moment. 1 slot, and it is a fork, no options, comes like that, 3-point link mounted. Bob's your uncle. Then we come up to front loader attachments, front loader tools, and just there we've got the Bale fork, also by Blodisgo. This one was 0.15 megabytes download, 2 slots, and comes just like that. Bale fork is fairly straightforward and obvious what it does. Come out of there, and we come to our telehandler tools. Just there, we've got this. This is the CP Pro2, 2.2 megabytes download, 1 slot, 3,000 litres by 76 max. Telehandler attached bucket. Again, no options. Comes just like that. We come out of there, and we come to our front loaders. We've got all the various different Quickes, the 4M, we've got the 6M, we've got a 7M, and now we've got an 8M. So if you're wondering, I've desperately need an 8M, now we've got one. 2.71 megabytes download, 3 slots, this by Schnibbl modding. Options on this, we can change the main colour. I think pretty much like a woman, there you go. And then design colour does the hydraulic rams. No, it doesn't do the hydraulic rams. Why do I think it did the hydraulic rams? It does that accent colour on there. There we go. For the slightly larger tractors among you. Next we have got, oh yeah, did I get one of these out? I thought, yes I did, just here. So the Wifo that we've got base game, this is the Wifo HMZ 340 Pro version by Angelo Schmidt. It is 1.75 megabytes download and 5 slots. You will find this under Miscellaneous, just here. So there's the base game one. This one comes with pallet forks for 3-point link mounted pallet fork piece of equipment, so forklift truck pallet fork type doodaddery. But this one here has got some options. So you can have the base game version with pallet forks, you can have it with bale spikes for doing bales, and you can have it with the fast coupler, which attaches to anything front loader. I'm sure it was front loader, yes. And then you can go into, if you've got a workshop toolbox, wherever it might be, so you can switch between those, which makes it a sort of handy bit of kit. So of course this seems to be my default whenever I pick up an item to show people, because I just think it's quite cool. If you're going to do bales and stuff on the back of a tractor, you're probably going to need a front weight, which I didn't put one on because I didn't actually grab any bales, but it does the same thing. I did have a weird collision. Yeah, look. How do I do this? Did I lower it a bit further? There you go. For some reason there's a collision between here and there. Lowering it just enough got me to where I could attach it, and then we can raise it up. I can raise the whole rig up a bit higher, there we go, on the bars, and then we've got all of our adjustment like so. So it does make it quite a versatile bit of kit, that. Handy. Handy dandy. There you go. It's a bit of a mouthful on the old tongue. Plus the Wifo HMZ 340 Pro version. Next we got this. I did this with this, but with this, sorry. This is the Big Bag Support by Holtz FS, 0.43 megabytes download and 1 slot. This one was also under Miscellaneous, just there. There you go. Support Big Bag. No options. It comes just like that. Now this is designed to, I'm sure people find a plethora of different bits and bobs that you can attach it to. But if I come down to front loader tools, for example, because that's what I've got out, so your big bag lifter like that, when you come to a bag, it will give you the option to clip onto a bag. So that hook will give the option to hook on there. You have to have this the right way round. If you try and use this, and you see the angle of the hook and where the eye is, if you come at it this way, obviously the eye is not in the right position, and it won't give you the option to attach it. But what this will do, I haven't tried it on logs or anything yet, but I'm sure it will work. Again, depending on what you're using on. I'm on a front loader vehicle, but if you've got a front loader on a tractor, you might need a rear weight. I can attach that. Then this then gives me the option to pick things up with tension straps. Like I say, it could work with logs. I don't see any reason why not. It will work with bits of equipment. Do that. Straps. Boom. Up we go. Lovely job. I think it will work with other items. The image on the website shows it picking up a fertilizer spreader to put onto a trailer. So I don't know. I don't know if it will go around this, but no, it doesn't seem to. Oh, hang on. No. Maybe because it's got. Let's try that. Oh yeah, there you go. Look. So it'll attach to all sorts of stuff. Very, very handy. Like that, that's cool. And let's say there may be all sorts of hooks and stuff. There are tons of mods, tons of bits of equipment, but it shows on the website that, so I thought I'd hook it to that, and then people can have a play around as much as they want. Big Bag Support by Holtz FS. Next, we have got this. This is the Lizard Forestry T20 winch by HR Forst und Fahrzeugbau. This is 12.52 megabytes download and 6 slots. You'll find it under forestry equipment, and it is under excavator tools, just there. And this is designed to attach to an excavator. Main color does that. Design color does the spikes, I think. There you go, spikes, prongs, however you refer to them. So I say, it's designed to work on an excavator for forestry. And what it's supposed to do on steep hills or anything at all, these bits here dig into the ground to give it support, and then it's basically just a big old winch. And I need to double check that because it should say 20 ton, it says in there, 20 ton winch. So yeah, what you would do is probably rotate that stick that into the ground, wallop, like that. I mean, it will still go somewhere in game, obviously, but we can bring it up a little bit. It's up to you how you want to go about it. On hillsides or not on hillsides, and then drag your winch out to whatever you're going to hook it up to, click it on, and it's a big old winch for excavators, for yeah, bigger stuff. Didn't even check the lights. Let's turn the lights on. Oh yeah, look at that! Look at that! Lights on it as well. Nice and straightforward. We like straightforward. That's the Lizard Forestry T20 winch by HR Forst and Fahrzeugbau. Next, we got this. This is the Lizard Hado 99 by Hydraulic, 6.7 megabytes download, 4 slots. It is a trailer, and it's a curious one, this, because in the description it says, well, I'll show you. If it says on here or with it on the website, I can't remember where I saw the information. Just here, there's the Hado, 2,200. And it says, tippers, trailers are used to transport different crop types, but this one doesn't have a capacity. So I thought, okay, well, it'll probably be tension straps then on it, which potentially is. I mean, there's plenty of liftable stuff. If you've got liftable pallets and bales and that kind of thing. So configuration, no, or with a cover. Yes. Now, with the cover on, when you open the cover, it just opens the back, not the whole top. We do have the option for wheel brand, so standard like that. You've got Continental, we've got Standard, Standard 2, and back again. Cover colour we can change to whatever you want. Rim colour and license plate option on there as well. So, it doesn't have a capacity, but it doesn't have tension straps either. Manual or otherwise, but if we enter, actually that's a good point. Is that saying enter vehicle? Oh, just put me on there. Yeah, so if we do cover open and closed, does that. There's no option for, that says tension belts. Before anyone freaks out, that's the tension belts on that. So I'm clicking those and nothing's changing. I am on, if I press triangle, I am on the trailer. Now we can unfold the tipper, which opens the back. So yeah, I mean, it's for putting stuff in. I did wonder, because I'm sure we had modded ones of these a while back. There was an animal trailer version of this as well. There's not an animal trailer version. It is just as it is. There you go. The Lizard Hado 99. Next we've got... did I put one of these out? I think I did. This is representative of 3 items. I got one of these out because I was curious to see one of the options on it, what it would actually do. So this is the Pertinger Nova Disc Pack by Agrogaatti Design Austria, 25.87 megabytes download, 4 slots and 5 slots, because there are 3 of these. I've gone for the larger one. It does give the option for, you see those little wheels, it gives the option for basically windrowing, kind of, but there's no option to adjust them once you've got them, if that makes sense. I'll show you on the options in a moment. So under mowers, just there, we've got the 265 2.7 meters, the 305 at 3.1, and then we've got the 350 at 3.5 meters. The options are the same on each of them. Swath plates, you've got right swath plate, both swath plates, no logo. You've got at the moment, you've got on the back, front, or both. So you can have the logo either side, and the options, I say, are the same on all 3, and I've gone for the larger of them. So with the swath plates on, I went for both. This should, if we raise, and lower it, there's our lowering it, raising it, folding it, puts it up behind. I don't know if it's this particular tractor type, but it sits very low to the ground for transportation. That's as high as it will go. So unfold the mower, turn it on, lower the mower down, and you'll see under L1, R1, L1 and R1, there's no option for adjusting those swath plates. So it will mow, but as you can see, rather than spreading it wide, it is swathing. So if you want the swath plates on there, that's what the swath plates will do on that mower system. There we go. That's the Pertinger Nova Disc Pack. Next, this is brilliant. This was another one of those ones I kind of looked at and went, oh, okay. But it's actually very, very cool. Look at this. This is the RAW 2700L Trailed Tank by Camos 0397, 3.05 megabytes download and 3 slots. 2,700 litre tank, liquid fertiliser or herbicide, or double check to make sure it doesn't do other stuff as well. But it has, and it was one of those weird things. I looked at the menu, and as I went around the back of it, I thought, is that a 3-point link attacher? So I thought I'd give it a go. So I've got the front tank that normally goes with this rear tank, hooked the rear tank on as well, which increases your capacity for spray. And it goes on there no problem at all. On a smaller tractor, there's a lot of weight on the rear hitch. So again, you might need a front weight, but I went for the weight with doing that. It's the biggest tractor anyway. But this you will find under your sprayer section, which might be further up. Was it? Or was it further down? No, there you go. There it is. Just there. There you go. So there's your RAW. We've got BKT, Michelin, Mitas, Vredestein, back again. No options within those, just as they come. Fenders, yes or no. Lights, yes or no. Which puts them on the back there. Above the fenders, we've got main colour, does all the metal work, and then rim colour does the rim, and then license plate option on there as well. As you can see, those two little bars. And I thought, is that a 3-point link mount? And it is. Yeah, just liquid fertiliser and herbicide. It's under the sprayer section, so just increases your capacity by 2,700 litres, which is brilliant. How awesome a bit of kit is that? Cheap and cheerful, and then just expands out. I mean, we're looking now 5,400 litres. I know it's not a 50-metre boom or anything like that, but it's going to get the job done, isn't it? And away you go. Happy days indeed. Very nice. That's the RAW 2700L trailed tank. Next we've got this. I got this out because why have I got the map open? I just suddenly realised I've got the map open. How weird. I got this out because I just wanted to double check something. This is the Anderson Group A700 by owner Emre. It's 4.97 megabytes download, 4 slots, 23,800 litres. I wanted to double check because it has these bits here at the front, either side. So I knew it would unload left and right, but it had this cage around the back. And it was difficult to tell in the store menu whether that was a rear opening hatch, and it is. So this is unload left, right or rear. And it's a feed mixer. Really straightforward to come over to that. It should show... Oh, why is it not showing? It's going to there. There you go. So you can see everything's in the green. We've got total mix ration in it. And yeah, it unloads. If I got it on rear at the moment, tip side back. Let's start the engine. If we unload here, just so you can see that. I mean, the side ones are obvious, they're little belts, but this one, the whole back plate's got a little cover on there. Stop people getting their fingers caught in it. There you go. So this you'll find under animals, under forage mixers, just there. Just looking price wise. What did we say that was? 23,800. That's a 24. 55 grand, 49. It's a little bit cheaper. No options. Comes like that. I mean, I say no options. License plate option. You know what I mean? No colour choice or anything like that. That's the Anderson A700. Next we have got. Oh, I didn't get this one out because again, this was a straightforward kind of no-brainer-esque type thing. So I thought, you know what? Just in the light of trying to get through stuff because we've got a lot to do. Under windrowers, we've got this. This is the Vicon Andex 1304 Pro. This by Hispano, 13.32 megabytes download, 8 slots, 12.5 meters wide, 110 horsepower required. We've got the option of Trelleborg, BKT for our tyres. You can have it on the Vicon Andex, or you can have the Kverneland 95130C. We can change the main colour, so anything on that palette, which does all of that. Design colour does all the bits that are at the moment kind of a black colour. Let's go green. There we go. So you can go metallics and stuff if you want to. It's entirely up to you. Rim colour and license plate option on there as well. It unfolds and it windrows out to 12.5 metres. Nice and straightforward. Was it a Vicon pack? I'm trying to remember now. But we have had that previously on other versions of the game. Just so I realised I'm still inside the tractor. How bizarre. There we go. Next, what this? The Lizard PLT600. Again, I got this out to double check something. I was just going to show it in the menu. This by EJBModding, EJBModding, 8.62 megabytes download and 7 slots. This is... Why do I keep going to that menu? Under baling and bale transports is where you find it. Just there, 11,500. We can have this with Nokian, Trelleborg. Oh, just those. And back in. The Trelleborg's a more knobbly, like forestry type tyre. Main colour does the bulk of the main colour, and then rim colour does the rim colour. I got this out because I wanted to double check and see if it was an auto-load Bale trailer. It's not, it's standard, and it's standard with tension straps. So yeah, stack your bales on, or pallets, or whatever you want. It's entirely up to you, and it will do a job. And not too expensive either, which is quite handy. That is the Lizard PLT 600. Next, I'm going to show you, I've got one out. Again, I wanted to double check something with this, but this is representative of 3 mods packs. We've got the Cargo J50, 15.59 megabytes download, 7 slots. The Cargo D120PL, 17.09 megabytes and 8 slots. The Cargo S series, 35.17 megabytes download, 8 slots and 9 slots, because there are 2 trailers. All 3 packs or 3 mods by EJBModding. So if we come into here and we go to our trailers, just there. There's our, no, let's start with the one I started with. There you go. That's the J50. 9,000 to buy. Options of this, we've got capacity of 4,200 litres, 8,500 litres, loading left, loading right for bales, and back again. On the large capacity, adds on the option for a cover. So you've got triangle on the back, yes or no. We then got cover, yes or no, and license plate. There's no options for changing colour, cover colour, or anything like that. It comes just like that in those various different capacities. We've then got the D120PL, 15 grand. Capacity 7,600, 15,200. Again, loading left, loading right for bales. Back to capacity. The large capacity again gives you the extra options on this. And we've got wheel setup, standard or wide. We've got triangle, yes or no. We've got balcony to operate the tarpaulin, so a little ladder with a balcony in front of the balcony. That option only comes on if you go on the larger capacity. And then cover, again, yes or no, no colour options on that one. And then finally, we've got these, and the reason I got these out was the larger capacities. I always check on large capacity trailers, because if you go into the very big capacities, often it becomes a silage trailer and we only do forage crops. In this case, no, they do everything. So we've got this was the S series. So we've got the S160D and the S220T. So this one here, standard configuration at 21,000 litres, extension at 27,000 litres, and it will do everything. We've got wheel brand Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Vredestein, and back again. We've got some standards and standard 2s and wides and stuff. Again, with tyre choices, go through, have a fiddle around. You'll find something cool, no doubt. I will often now show a tyre choice if there's something that's vastly different. If it's got crawler tracks or something I wasn't expecting, I'll show. But there are various different tyre options on there. We've got toolbox round to the side here, yes or no. We've got triangle at the back, yes or no. We've then got our balcony, same as the previous one had, yes or no. Cover option, yes or no. License plate on there too. Then we come on to the triple axle larger version, just there. So this is at 30,000 litres or 39,000 litres. Why did I think that? When I was putting this out, I thought it said 50 something. I'm going mad. I think that's pretty cool. 50,000 litres, 39,000. Bizarre. Anyway, Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Vredestein, back to Trelleborg. Toolbox, same thing. On this side, yes or no. Triangle, yes or no. Balcony at the front, yes or no. Cover, yes or no. And this one, like I say, I wanted to double check, and it does take everything. But all of them in the 3 separate mods, very nice and made in detail. They do have rear trailer hitches on them as well. Straightforward, no nonsense trailers. Get in. Right. That's the Cargo's various by EJBModding. Next we've got this, and this is also representative of a pack. This is the Bale TB trailer pack by Ross N Mods, 50.95 megabytes download. We've got 9 slots, 5 slots, and 4 slots for the various different sizes. Also under trailers, and you probably just saw them. We'll start with the small one there. So we've got the TB8 just there. Standard configuration with grain door on the back. So standard configuration with grain door. You've then, oh, and back. It's just those, okay. Wheel setup, standard and wide. We've got UK attacher, which is a pin hitch. Then we've got a ball hitch attacher on the front. Main colour, anything on that pallet there. Rim colour, and a license plate option on there too. These have the flashing lights and stuff. The Bale trailer pack, the Bale stuff, generally speaking. I love Bale trailers. And Rossen Mods does a cracking job with these. 4D modding, Air Agri modding, those guys do great trailer packs as well. Anyway, we then got the TB16. So again, configuration standard, 21,700, and you can have that with cover, rollover cover, like that. You can have it with grain door, with cover, extension, which takes it from 21,700 up to 33,400, and again with grain door, but no cover option. If you've gone for one with the cover option, that gives you the option for cover colour as well. So we've got Continental, Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Vredestein, back again. The Continental and Vredestein have the options for choices. The rest of them are as they come, standard and standard 2. Decals, no or yes, that puts reflectors on all round it if you want reflectors on it. Again with the UK attacher, pin hitch or ball hitch option on there. Main colour, cover colour, rim colour and license plate option on there too on that one. And then we've got the TB24, the triple axle, larger one. Look at that. Oh, maybe this was the one I was thinking of. This was the one I was thinking of, I think. We've got standard with cover, grain door with cover, extension, 54,000 litres. It was this one, not the other pack. I was thinking, I'm sure there was a triple axle. There we go. It's this one here. Continental, Mitas, Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Vredestein, back. And interestingly, this one has different ones that have options. So the Trelleborg, for example, wide 2, and back again. I think it was the BKT as well, wide and wide 2. Decals, same thing. For reflectors, UK attacher or ball hitch. Main colour, cover colour or rim colour as your options. I went for this again just to double check, and this takes everything. It is not just a forage trailer. I went for a metallic because I like the look of the Bailey with the metallic colour. And this also, again, like the previous one, really, really nicely made and detailed. And this does have the flashing, there's a little light there. When you put your beacons on, little flashing light there. They're just a nice set of trailers. Like the previous lot. The Bailey TB trailer pack. You know what? I'm doing really, really well, but I don't think I'm going to get them all done. I think we've only got about 8 left. Let me just check my time. I'm not going to fit them all in one part. I know I said at the start probably 2 parts. It's going to be a very few vehicles left at the end, but I'll try and get a couple more done. Will I get 3 done? Maybe these next 2, then I'll move on. Right, so let's do these 2 and we'll finish off first part, then move on to the second part. So we've got the real mower. And when I say real mower, it's real R-E-E-L, not as in it's not fake, you know. This is by PT Mods, 2.66 megabytes download. This is under miscellaneous and hand tools. It is a push one, not like a powered engine type model. So you will find this down here under hand tools, just there, 800. We've got leaves a swath or doesn't leave a swath. So if you just want to be able to cut your lawns without having to pick up all the grass and stuff, you just want you mow your lawns, you can have it without a swath. If you want to pick up the grass and stuff, you absolutely can, no problem at all. Design colour, anything on that palette there does all of that. So interestingly, this is one you can't pick up. Considering the size of it, I thought it'd be one you'd be able to just lift up and put on, but you can't. So some people might find that frustrating because it does only go at 4 miles an hour. So some of the other ones like this we've had, but look at the reel going around. The animation on that is brilliant. There's no horn. Sometimes you get the horn where you're whistling and stuff like that, but we still need to turn this on for it to operate. There you go. I have got the option for leaving the grass behind. If your grass is long enough, of course. And there you go. That's what it does. The real mower. Which brings me on to the last of the mods for part 1. And this is a cork. I love this. That's very reminiscent. I say reminiscent. I've still got it in the shed. My Trek. I've got a beautiful Trek, and it's that blue. Oh, just very, very similar. I haven't got the very angled down tube on mine, but 29s. Oh, it's, yeah. Mint. Sorry. This is the Lizard mountain bike by EJBModding. 5.13 megabytes download and 5 slots. There's quite a few different options on this, actually. And the suspension, it needs a bit of a thump for the suspension to work, but it's got pretty good suspension on it too. There we go, 1,150. So we've got stickers. No, actually, you know what I'm going to do? Let's change the main colour first. No. Change the main colour to something. Let's go red, for example. You watch the stickers be red now. Stickers, what? No. There you go. Mountain bike, pro bike, or no, because it's on white before, so you can't really see them. Rim stickers, we've got those ones, the Pro, and we've got those ones there, Model 2, Model 3, and then back again, which I think is quite cool. I think I might have gone for that, can't remember now. We've got main colour, which we've just seen, changes the main colour. Design colour does your forks, sections, suspension, bits and bobs. Then you've got the chrome on the suspension at the front. At the top at the moment, it's on sort of a gold-yellow colour. Let's go green. Yeah, you can kind of see it. What about white? Will that stand out more? That goes more of a silver. But anyway, that changes the front. Sticker colour, we can change the sticker colour. So let's go green on that to make that not necessarily stand out, but mix and match. Stripes on the tyre, that does all of that. So you can leave it as it is if you want to. Do a slightly different colour. Actually, that really looks quite cool, doesn't it? That looks pretty mint. I like that. Sorry. And then rim colour as well. You can do the rim colour to match the bike or whatever you want to do. It's entirely up to you. That actually does look really cool. So there we go. Hop on. Start it up. Don't think we have a bell or anything like that. It is pretty cool though. For bombing around on your map. First person. So I haven't hit a proper bump yet. There is a little, like I say, there is some suspension travel. And when you hit sort of more harder edges, solid bumps kind of thing, you do get a bit of movement on it. There you go. Bit of suspension travel, which is pretty cool. I like it. What I also did, because I thought I wanted to try it out. I don't know why I do this. Oh, I've taken the block away. Oh no, I took the blocks away, didn't I? I actually rode up this onto the top and then jumped off the other end. So you can make yourself a bike park, skate park type deal if you want to. But yeah, that's really cool. I like that. I think that might make a entrance onto one of my maps. Riverbend Springs, I kept saying that we needed a decent bike so you could go and use all the bike trails. And that might just be it. Lovely. So there we go. That is the Lizard mountain bike by EJBModding. We have still got to come. We've got the Orkan forage wagon mixer type thing. We've got New Holland tractor, John Deere tractor. We've got Gregoire grape and olive harvesters. We've got Class Evian harvesters, and we've got the wood cranes and stuff. But some of those have got a few different options, and I am out of time. I will not get them all done in the time I've got left. So please join me on part 2. I hope you have enjoyed this and found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then indeed, please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.